The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Eason sets to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Yellow. They go play action. Cousins.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Play fake. Cousins.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And
the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to her. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
1st and 10, Eason. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's his 1st catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They go play action with Eason.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This thrown quickly out to Jones.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Here's Eason off the play fake.
Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Armani Rodgers,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific, but to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Eason's throw complete to Dotson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Black. Zebra.
On play action, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's good one. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Cousins. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now Cousins. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, Jacob Eason complete to Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun is Eason.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Justin Jefferson
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They are in
in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Cousins.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Cousins on fourth down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And got his man complete.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together?
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Aaron Donald giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Eason.
And he finds the tight end Rodgers.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Eason.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Eason.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Eason. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun, it's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, You're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Eason sets to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On 2nd and 15 now. Eason out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Eason to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Eason trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Up the middle, here's Walker. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field, no matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here we go on 4th down, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
York able to send this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, 20, 10.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it.